Hello and thank you for joining my channel. Today we are watching exciting and very instructive chess game that was played in 2022 between world chess champion Magnus Carlsen, who was playing as white, and his opponent Jan-Krzysztof Duda, Polish super grandmaster. Now what makes this game so special is that Magnus Carlsen won in only 20 moves, and you will learn a lot from this game: how to play against fianchetto variations of Sicilian defense, more specifically playing against Dragon Sicilians. So if you hate playing against those sort of openings, this game will give you a lot of good ideas how you should tackle this chess opening. So without further ado, a really wonderful game is on our hands, and we will start with Magnus's first move, which was e4. Jan-Krzysztof Duda decided to reply with c5, sharp and attacking opening called Sicilian defense. Magnus continues with knight to c3, so we are now in close Sicilian. Black immediately plays g6, so his idea is to fianchetto this dark squared bishop on the g7 square. Magnus continues with d4, and we have trade in the center, and after queen takes on d4, knight to f6 is what follows because this rook is under attack and you want to fianchetto this bishop on the next move. Magnus continues with bishop to e3, and right now simply inviting black to play knight to c6 to attack and push away this queen. Queen retreats to queen to d2, and right now we have d6 on the board. Now this position, although this is not Dragon Sicilian, it resembles really a lot like Dragon Sicilian because the only move left is knight to f3 in open Sicilians, and it will be a full Dragon Sicilian on the board. This is the only move that is missing right now, and Magnus prepares something called Yugoslav attack with queen on d2 and bishop to e3. When black plays bishop to g7 and when black castles, white will be ready to invade with bishop to h6, forcing a trade, and later in the game main plan for white is to play h4 then h5 and start the attack on the king side while white will castle queen side. So we have f3 now on the board. The main idea with this move is, of course, you want to save your ace of spades here, your dark squared bishop. You don't want to allow this knight jumping on g4. Also you stop this field for this white squared bishop as well. After this move, Duda continues with the bishop to g7. We have knight g2 e2 here for Magnus, and bishop e6 was played for Jan-Krzysztof Duda. After knight g2 e2, recommended move was queen to a5, because black wants to create a counter-attack as soon as possible here. He doesn't need to wait for white to create his play on his king side. But after bishop to e6, Magnus continues with knight to f4, immediately trying to neutralize this white squared bishop. We have castle for black. Magnus continues with h4. We have a knight to e5 right now for Jan-Krzysztof Duda. Jan-Krzysztof Duda wants to invade with his knight, but for now this square is protected with this white square bishop, so Magnus still doesn't care about that. He continues with h5, and right now he will be trading really soon. We have bishop to c4 right now for Jan-Krzysztof Duda. We have h takes on g6 for Magnus. Magnus still doesn't want to trade, taking his time, and now we have a first mistake of the game, which is h takes on g6. I don't know what Duda was thinking here, but after h takes on g6, f takes on g6 is the best, although white is better and has slight initiative. This is completely playable for black. But after h takes on g6, which for just a second seems safer, we have a knight to d3 now for Magnus. Magnus now blocks this trade from happening. He's also develops and opens the scope for this dark squared bishop, so this was the main idea of his move. Duda now desperately tries to retreat his bishop and create some sort of counterplay with knight to c4, but you will see that it's already a bit too late. Bishop h6 here is played for Magnus Carlsen, and right now recommended move by the computer is to actually retreat your bishop to h8 and offer a rook for a trade. Of course, Jan-Krzysztof Duda didn't want to do that. He plays knight to h5, cutting away the connection if this trade happens between a rook and a queen. We have bishop taking on g7 for Magnus, king takes on g7, and right now Magnus has an amazing sacrifice. You can probably pause the video and try and let me know your answer in the comments. What is the next sacrifice for Magnus Carlsen? But I'm guessing you found it, and it is a rook takes on h5. G takes on h5 for Jan, and after knight takes on e5, d takes on e5, we have queen g5 for Magnus Carlsen, check. After king goes on h7, we have queen picking up this pawn, and after king goes on g8, we have bishop to d3. After this move, Jan-Krzysztof Duda on the move 20 resigned the game because there is no way of stopping the attack. Of course, I will just show you some sample lines to see how situation is really difficult here for black. So for example, if black tries to play something like f6 with the idea to exchange queens, then after queen g6 check, king goes on h8. Right now this king can either go on d2 or this white king can immediately castle, and right now there is no way of stopping the checkmate. For example, if you play a bishop on h3, white continues with rook to h1. You definitely don't want to take this bishop because you want to have this line opened, and after last attempt here with queen on d7, you block with g4. Still you want to take this with a checkmate attack, and right now there is nothing for black to do but to sacrifice his pieces, and after this is practically rook or queen is game over. And that is the reason why Duda resigned, and this is all I have prepared for you today, guys. If you enjoyed this game, please make sure to leave a comment, like, and share this video with other people who enjoy chess, because as you all know, I'm trying to make this channel a primary source of my income, and your engagement and your likes really help with the channel growth. Also, feel free to comment about this game, about this specific analysis. Have I missed something in the analysis? And also, if you wish to comment about anything else, feel free to do so. If you want to recommend some games you would like to see, feel free to do so that as well in the comments. As you all know, I always enjoy reading them. And we will see each other in the next video. I wish you a pleasant night. Bye bye.